bench. What was going through your mind in the third period when there was that kind of chaotic mess around you, gloves, fights? Like, what's going through your mind?
I don't know, just sitting there, I guess. You know, trying to just see what's going on, but I don't know, not a whole lot really.
Were you surprised with how that got called in the end and Austin and Ryan going off?
It is what it is, whatever. You know, our job out there is just play hockey and do our thing. So you're not focused on really what the officials are there for. So it's their job to deal with that. Our job is just go out there and do what we can do.
Generally speaking, where do you think the standard is? There's more penalties, not just last night, but across the whole playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not really going to comment on the officials too much. They got a job to do out there. It's a fast game. There's a lot of pace going on, a lot of things going on. So they got a hard job to do, but for us, it's just making sure we're doing the right things every night. Trying to just let them, call what they call.
What has Ryan O'Reilly meant to this group in terms of just not what he does on the ice, but just the calmness that he brings, especially after game one? There's no panic in him.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, he's done a lot for this team on the ice and off it. Obviously, he knows what it takes to go the distance and do the job. So he comes in with just a calm mindset every time. He does everything right on that ice. He's always above people. He's always getting that pucks out, and we've been lucky to have him.
Mitch, what do you think's been working for your line at 5-on-5 in this series?
I think we've done a good job of breaking out of our zone with the puck in our hands. When we get in the O-zone, I think we've done a good job of spreading the O-zone, finding lanes, finding guys around the net, and lucky enough they've been going in.
How much confidence do you take from being able to weather some of Tampa's best hockey in Game 3 and kind of coming out the other side with the result?
Yeah, we knew they were going to come there pretty hard, especially in the second, and for us, it's just making sure we were going to play the same way. Try not to give too many easy things up, and stay consistent with our game. At times we slipped a little bit, but I thought we never broke. So that's something that we always want to take pride in and try to do.
How do you feel Matthew Knies is adapting to playoff hockey?
Hey, he's done a great job. He's made some plays out there. Sometimes we're just trying to acknowledge that the Lions are the enemies. So you just got to try and chip it out sometimes and just be the safe play and go from there.
What do you remember about your first Stanley Cup playoff game way back and what that was like?
Yeah, a lot of butterflies, a lot of nerves. You're playing a hard-fought team there that they're going to come hard, and they had bodies that were trying to get around the net, get on our D. So for us, it was just trying to make plays through it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a cool thing to be against Ovi in your first playoff game.
You're used to playing a lot of minutes, Mitch, but I'm wondering, do you do anything differently after getting a whole other period last night?
No, not really. Just try and do the same things that you usually do. Just try to take care of yourself and be ready for the next one.
What's your sense of Samsonov? He's going up against Vasilevsky, and a couple goals going in the first period. Like, what are you seeing? How he's getting the best out of it?
Yeah, he's done great for us all year. He's just been steady and calm in the net. Hasn't let anything really frustrate him or get to him. So, he's done a great job in that net for us and got us in that game last night.
What's the key to success?
Obviously, those are three guys that work hard, get around the puck. That they've worked well together. So for us, it's just when we're in D zone, making sure we're playing well together as a unit. When we get pucks in our hands, make sure we're doing the right thing with them.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Go ahead then.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Don't worry. Yeah.
What did you see on Austin's goal last night?
Yeah, I mean, good forecheck by him, getting body on the guy. Just tried to get below the puck and give him an option for me to get it in my hands, and found Schenner coming down. And then when it went to Kelly, just try to get my ice back and get the puck on and off my stick quickly, and it's a hell of a tip by Austin.
Do you feel like you're shooting more? Like, is there more of a shooting mentality so far for you in the series? You had that goal in the
Yeah, trying to shoot more. Trying to be, like I said all year, just trying to be a threat at all times, regardless of the option. So just trying to find the right play to do and try to make it.
What's the rest of this day look like? How do you handle the rest of the day? Kind of blow off steam or relax?
Not really sure. We'll see.
Matthew, you've played in 2 games, playoff games here now, and both of them have been kind of crazy. With the fight is starting to go up and stuff. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty hectic, honestly, on and off the bench. It gets a little chippy out there, but you just gotta kind of stay mentally focused and just out into the game, making sure that you're playing your best and making sure the guys around you are playing well or playing good as well.
What's Ryan playing with Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. He's obviously a veteran guy, so I get to learn a lot from him. He makes the game a lot easier on me with his communication and how he plays the game. You know, he's a complete player, so I think that's a good fit. You know, especially me being a new guy, and it's nice to have someone that I can always count on in all zones.
Can you give us an example of his communication skills, like what something he might say to you in a game like last night that helped?
Yeah, I mean, just the talks along the wall, just little things like that. Communicating on the bench, whether to make that play or not, you know, that little thing goes a long way for me, especially when you know, kind of getting adjusted to the pace and stuff. It's nice to have that. Nice to have him on the bench, just you know, kind of picking his brain a little bit and taking notes. It's been really nice for me.
How have you been able to keep the nerves up so far?
Yeah, that's something I'm learning. Obviously, there's a lot of nerves going on in the game, especially in overtime. But you know, I think I just got to stay composed, not grip my stick a little too tight. You know, be confident in myself. I think I learned a lot with pressure situations in Minnesota. So just trying to use that to my advantage and kind of just stay composed.
What's going through your mind when you're going out, sent out that 6-on-5 opportunity? When you get your back tap to go out there, what's going through your mind?
Yeah, just you know, kind of be there to contribute, be there to make the difference. Obviously, it's a big situation in the game, so I just want to help the team and get us as far as possible.
Do you see that as kind of like a vote of confidence from the coaches when they trust you in that kind of role?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think that's a key situation in the game where we need to score a goal and tie it up. So you know, it gives me a lot of confidence that they you know, they see me out there, they see me that I can make a difference. So it's good to see that, and I think it's going to only go upwards.
You have one, I presume, bad memory at Emily Arena from a month ago. How did it feel to come out on the right side of it?
Yeah. Obviously, I put that in short-term memory. I kind of forgot about that one really quickly, and it's nice to be on the winning side of it and just get to enjoy it now, and just trying to stay in the moment and be a part of these guys and contribute as much as possible. And it's been fun. They brought me along so well and have welcomed me, so I'm so fortunate to be here.
Right in game one, you haven't really shied away from handling the puck and making offensive plays. Just how much is that mindset coming in that you weren't going to shy away and kind of just play your game?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to just come here to be here. You know, I wanted to come here to be a difference, to be an impact. You know, I think that's a lot that I have in my skill is making the offensive plays and getting the pucks to Ryan and to Achari. So it's you know, that's the kind of things I focus on before going into the game, is just to make sure that they're having good games, make sure they get chances to score. So it's been fun so far. It's been good.
It's been a wild 2 weeks for you. What have you learned about yourself?
I think that I'm a little more mature than I thought I was coming out of school. You know, that was something I focused on a lot after my freshman years, to become a mature player in person off the ice. And I think I've done that so far. I think I've composed myself pretty well through the first couple games, and you know, it's just been fun learning from everyone here. It's pretty cool to take in all the day-to-day process and get to be amongst some of the best players in the world.
What's Samsonov like?
He's actually really funny. Some of the little things he does, it's different. You know, he's quite the character.
Give us an example. What's something different?
Just the way he chats and just moves around the rink. He's I don't know. It's so Russian. I don't know how to explain it, but it's funny.
What are your early impressions of Sheldon?
He's a really good coach. You know, obviously he spent a lot of time, you know, trying to get me adjusted to the game, get me adjusted to the team, and you know, he's always in my ear about, you know, what I can do better. So that's awesome. It's always constructive criticism, so which always makes me a better player, and so he's been wonderful to have on my side, and just to kind of learn from and you know, be around him.
What's one of the things he wants you to do better?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of it goes with systems. Obviously, I'm still trying to get adjusted to the new systems, and so I think a lot of it just goes into playing into that, the way we want to play, offensively, defensively, just those kind of adjustments that I need to make.
What's essentially about Calvin, the passion that he brings?
Yeah, I mean, he's been a really nice guy, extremely welcoming. He's made this transition for me really easy. So he's been a wonderful asset here, and I think the guys are very fortunate to have him here.
Why did you opt to put Knies out there in that last minute? How did he earn that trust from you?
Well, he's played well. He's shown that he's a guy that can make a play and be a difference maker. Reality is he was coming off shortly after John Tavares was quite tired from his previous shift. So Knies got the edge there to give John a little more time. But he was in the mix to play that late in the game, just because of the way he's played. He looks like a guy that's, well, he has made plays, but he looks like a guy that can make a difference.
How impressed have you been with his comfort level on making plays and handling the puck? Some young guys come in and try to simplify maybe too much.
Been super impressed all the way through. Well, I mean, it's one thing to have the confidence and belief in yourself that you can make plays. It's a whole other thing to make plays. You talk about some young guys come in and want to simplify it or whatever. It's maybe because they don't have the same ability, and if they try to go outside of that, they're going to get exposed. He's really put himself out there. He's made plays. He's made some mistakes, but we've got veteran, established players that make mistakes too. So that's all part of it. But we've liked so much of what he's done here. If you look at not just in the 2 playoff games, but in what he's been able to do in the playoffs has been carried over from what he showed in those 3 what we deemed somewhat meaningless regular season games at the time. But the fact that he's continuing with it has been really impressive.
When you look at the line that he's on with Ryan and Noel and him, do you ever consider that like 6 or 8 weeks ago you didn't have any of those guys? Like what they have meant to you?
Yeah, I mean, I never thought of it in that light. But obviously, it's well established what O'Reilly and Achari bring to us, and that's partially why they're paired with Knies. Is because of the fact that that they can take care of him, and if he's going to make some mistakes, they'll help cover up. Can allow him to be free and confident out there, and both guys talk a lot. So yeah, it's been a good line for us. They, like a lot of other lines, spent a lot of time in our end last night. But at the same time, huge goal to score, to get us going on the score early, and then. Knies gets in behind. We don't have a lot happening in the second period. He finds a way to get in alone behind their defense at the end of the second there. Just moments like that looks like he's a guy that's, going to make a play for us.
You saw Ryan, what he did on the ice last night, but in terms of after game 1, just he's so calm after the blow. Like, what has he meant off the ice in the room with this group?
Oh, it's huge. It comes a lot through his personality and a lot through his experience. I mean, the team that we're trying to beat here has a team full of those guys. That's the reality, right? And that's where a lot of the confidence comes from, because once you've won, you've got that extra swagger and confidence about you that you don't get rattled or phased. It's just different, and the more you can get of those kind of guys, I think it's important. Ryan, through not just his experience but his ability on the ice, he can match all of that, and bring all of that to the table. So we knew he was going to be an important member of our team, and he certainly has been in this series thus far.
Speaking of confidence, what can weathering Tampa's best in moments there and coming out with the result do for a team psyche?
Well, it should give us some confidence and feel good for sure. But like I talked about after Game 2, we have to play better than we have. And that's really it. That's where the focus has to lie again here today. We like that we stuck with it. We like that we didn't break. We didn't make, major mistakes or compound mistakes to the point that we made it easy for them to score. And of course, Sammy was excellent. But we didn't let them really build the lead. Some of that is goaltending. Some of that is the guys defending hard and competing. Some of it is good fortune and luck, and all those kind of things go into winning playoff games, and that helps our guys for sure. But the focus for us is that we have to play better than we did last night, because it just continues to get even harder.
What was your sense from Curtis on how he was able to rebound after Game 1?
Yeah, lots of confidence. Those guys have got a great rapport. They've been working well together, and they've I think, found solutions and common ground when things don't go well on how to kind of reset and just get back to work. Curtis himself he's as steady as they come. You know, he's not an emotional guy. He just does his work and is confident, but doesn't get too positive or negative. He tells it like it is and keeps it very even keel. And I think our goalies really feed off that. Certainly Sammy has.
Going into the postseason, there was maybe some competition on the defensive side. What have you liked from Luke Schen's play in these 3 games that have maybe kind of solidified him in that spot?
Yeah, another guy that is his experience and confidence is really shining through. He's defended very strongly. Obviously, we know the physical presence that he brings, but he's also made plays and moved the puck very efficiently for us too. So, you know, these guys that we've added, you know, the veteran experience has really been beneficial for us for sure.
We'll do one last question. So many high-end performers. I'm wondering where you think the Matthews group's going to add at 5-on-5 so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, I look at last night as an example on a night where you know, Tampa's taking it to us pretty good. That's our one line that has their head above water. Yeah, to me, when they were on the ice, they were doing good things. They're carrying play. They're getting us on the offensive side of the red line. That was obviously a huge goal they scored for us in the first period. You know, on that note, I think that as I watch it back, I think up until the Matthews goal yesterday, I loved our start to the game. I thought we were excellent. If we can duplicate that, we'll be in good shape. But you know, at that line, like I said, on a night where it was hard for us to tilt the ice, that line seemed to be able to do it pretty consistently. And you know, to that end, obviously they're a major focus of the opposition, and it's a real challenge for them. But I think they've done fine.
Sheldon, we usually hear from you after the games. I'm just wondering if there's a reason why he hasn't talked to the media in a couple of days.
Have you been talking to Vasilevsky at all through the series?
Well, we never talked to the other goalie anyway, so.
Yeah, well, let him just play goal.
Thanks, Coach.